Bacon's part. Kevin Bacon thought it was on Friday the 13th. It was really.
Hang on, let's let the viewers see fucking lumberjack Joe over here.
Skeleton shooter guy. Fucking Friday the 13th. I'm about to murk some campers.
Murk some campers.
You want to camp? You want to fire?
You are scary. You are quite scary. You don't even need a mask. Oh.
Wait a second, dude. Is that supposed to be funny?
Maybe. Not really. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Masters of the Retroverse. We have Lumberjack Joe over here with me.
Yeah.
And his Camp Crystal Lake. Happy Friday the 13th to everyone. You're probably not listening to this unless you're listening live on Friday the 13th, but it is Friday the 13th as we are recording. And my buddy David here has dressed the part with his red flannel shirt and his hipster hat and his Camp Crystal Lake background. It's pretty awesome. Oh, and a very scary hatchet. Is that a SOG, dude?
Hold on.
Dude, is that a SOG?
It wouldn't be like this. If it was like a hipster, like something like this, that's hipster, right? Yeah. This is like
that looks
normal.
very. And how do you know that? Because you walk around like that, don't
videos.
you? YouTube videos. Don't give me that shit. You're from Washington, dude. You're like fucking home of the hipsters.
How long it's been since I've actually lived in Washington?
It doesn't matter. It's always with you. It's like
20,
bread. It's
almost
like bread inside you, man, from all those years of drinking that water.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Okay. I don't know what happened.
Can we get on with the show here? We're going to do this?
I have a case of the super rabies virus. I might go fucking zombie.
You got the Zerka?
Yeah, I got the Zerka.
Got you a little case of the Zerka there, bod.
Yeah. My wife and kid are watching. I probably should put it this way now. All right.
Yeah. Is that a SOG? Dude.
And it's
Dude,
a Fiskars. It's a Fiskars.
Fiskars?
Yeah, it's sweet.
Isn't that
Swedish.
a cat food? Isn't that cat food?
Yeah, they moved up.
Oh.
Now they make...
Sweet. So what's going on, man? It's only been, well, I thought it was just a couple weeks, but apparently from what you said, it's been like almost a month since we recorded.
Yeah, almost a month.
Yeah, we got a lot to catch up on, man.
Yeah, dude.
A lot to catch up on. So this is either going to be a long episode or we're going to have to split it into, save some of it for next week. But either way, man, how's it going?
It's going all right, man. You know, I know I haven't done as much as you. You went on your trip. You know, I went on a trip a few months back. Now you did your trip.
Yeah.
What was that?
The trips are over. We went to Mexico, and let me tell you, it was fucking amazing, dude. It was fantastic. It was, I highly recommend it to anybody. I've never been it sounds weird, but I've never been like a fan of the beach. I don't like hot weather. You know, to me, a good vacation would be going up to Montana or Alaska or something like that where it's cooler. But, dude, let me tell you, it was unbelievable. It was amazing. And, awesome, and definitely the all-inclusive thing is definitely the way to go.
So you ain't got to worry about shit or what?
You don't have to worry about nothing. I mean, unless you want to buy souvenirs or some extra shit. You know, I bought some good Cuban cigars and stuff while I was down there. But yeah, other than that, I mean, you don't need to take any money with you really. But it was good, man. We met a lot of new friends and had good times, good drinks, and lots of drinks, and it was awesome. Yeah.
Awesome, man. Like, yeah, so just to touch on part of your trip that intrigued me was when you sent me those pictures from the resort or the hotel or whatever, and it was Dead Island.
I know, dude. It was unbelievable. Like, as soon as we were walking through, I'm like, and I'm so glad that you are my friend and you understand that, because My wife look at me like I was a dipshit whenever I said that. I'm just like, oh my god, this is like completely Dead Island. Like I can just imagine the like the folding chairs and the umbrellas and shit laying all over the place. Yeah, I mean it was spot on, dude. It was amazing.
Yeah, if they made a movie, that's where they need to film it.
They definitely should. Yeah, they definitely should. And that, dude, that's a good idea. They should make a Dead Island movie. That would be killer. Yeah.
It just needs to not be like the House of the Dead movie they made in Washington. That was horrible.
House of the Dead, was that one of the, that wasn't the Rob Zombie movie, was it?
No. House of the Dead was made after
remember
the video game House of the Dead, the old fucking arcade game.
Oh,
and like you just shoot. Yeah. And it's freaking awesome. It was like the gayest I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. But it was like the most lines ever recorded. But the action part of the game, like the cutscenes sucked unbelievably.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. It was a good game. Like both of us are trying to do two things at once, and we're not working here. We're not popping, trying to get everything done.
Yeah.
I got my dog scratching at the door trying to get in.
Sorry, I'm trying to post a Snapchat here of us podcasting.
Yeah,
that's what we do now.
What the kids do. The kids Snapchat. I didn't know we Snapchat.
I Snapchat. Yeah. That's like most of what I do anymore, because Facebook is lame.
Really?
Yeah, Facebook's lame. I really don't do the whole Instagram thing, so I just do the Snapchat. It's fun.
No, honestly, like Instagram is pretty good. It worked good for the snowboarding stuff I was doing. So
yeah, Instagram's cool. Yeah, it ain't bad. I always forget about it, dude. Honestly, like a lot of my friends are on Instagram, and I just always forget about it. I'm just never on it, when that's actually probably the best form of social media that I should probably be posting on.
The Snapchat, we're horrible.
No, Instagram. I mean, Instagram's like, I mean, it is good. I'm just never on it.
Well, they just introduced like last year, I think. They introduced the Instagram Live. Well, what? Instagram's owned by Facebook now. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Like I was posting pictures. I'd post pictures for Do Anything Snowboarding, and they would go. I would instantly get hits like nonstop. Like I would rack up the hits. So
yeah, it's nice because people actually search hashtags on Instagram. Yep. You don't ever see that on Facebook. And I'll get that too. I'll post something, I'll hashtag something, and like I'll get 30 people that I have no idea who the hell they are. They'll like my picture. So it's really good. I mean, it is a good form of social media, especially for something like a business or a podcast. It works well. So, well, we got a lot to cover. What do we want to talk about first this week, man? First of all, I just want to say, we are a member of a podcast network, so I urge everybody to go check it out. It's mainly on Facebook. It's High Voltage Radio Network. There's tons of great podcasts out there for anything you can imagine. We've got Mr. Throwback Thursday on there that basically does like old school hip hop stuff. There's us, obviously. There's Z-Pac Nation, which you've heard us mention before. They're all about the zombies and survival and all that stuff. There's just some great shows, so just go like the page, and we're constantly posting the new shows as they come out, and support all of our fellow podcasters, because there's some great ones. And I mean, it's a hobby. We don't get paid to do this shit. It's all for free. So we get paid by listeners and we get paid by feedback. So with that being said, also I want to ask everybody to go out and leave us an iTunes review. And if you're on Google Play, leave us a review there. If you're on YouTube, if you're watching us on YouTube, hit the subscribe, hit the like button, all that other crap that everybody always says.
Oh, hit that little bell. You get the notifications when come on.
Uh-oh. What does that mean?
Yeah. I'm learning about YouTube.
YouTube has
Hit the
changed.
little bell.
The little bell. Yep. But yeah, so let's get into the show, man. So let's see. What do we want to talk about first? It is, let's see.
Go straight down your list if you want.
Yeah, okay. Hang on a second. So
I got it too. Good.
okay. Yeah. So it's a kind of a really sad news that after the first of the year, after the holidays, Toys R Us is going to be closing all of their stores.
Yeah.
That's sad, dude. That's like the last of my childhood. Because you had
It is because there's no KB Toy Stores is gone, right?
yeah, KB Toy Stores.
KB was the first
Yep. We had
good toys.
KB was a really good toy store. I used to love going in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had something out here in St. Louis called Children's Palace. This was like way long ago. Like I was a little kid. And it was awesome, dude, because the front of the store looked like a giant castle. And I don't know if it was like a franchise or it was just a one
I've heard
store
of it
deal.
Before. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was badass, dude. And I loved it because we lived literally right around the corner from one of those stores. So every day on the way home, you know, I just beg and plead my dad to stop by. Can we please get a toy? So I think he was probably happy when it closed.
So funny story about Toys R Us for me when I was a kid. I wasn't ever allowed to go in it. My mother, she was slick. I'll tell you what. She was like, you had to be 21 for us. Like you couldn't be a kid to go into Toys R Us. Even though all the commercials like, I want to be a Toys R Us kid. It's how she got me to stay in the car and not go in there and ask me like, hey, Mom, I want toys,
shit.
blah, blah, blah.
That's genius. Your mom was a genius, dude. Too bad you didn't take that for
her. I did for a little bit, and it didn't work.
Yeah, yeah. You're like, bullshit, I'm coming in with you. Anyway. Yeah, apparently they filed bankruptcy.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, this was back in just about a month ago. And it says that they Toys R Us bought itself $3.1 billion in new financing that will allow it to stock and operate all of its stores through the crucial holiday season. But after the holiday seasons are over, store closings are inevitable, which they've actually already closed 2 or 3 of the stores. This was like a year or 2 ago here in my area, which is sad.
Yeah. That's crazy because the one here, there's always like 15 cars parked there, 15, 20 cars parked there, like with people going in there shopping.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, you always see people in there. The one that's closest to me, I actually know one of the guys that works there, and it's not busy, but you know, they stay pretty steady.
Uh-huh.
And they've got such a huge collection of toys, man. I was like, where the hell else are you going to find that? Because, I mean, it's a specialty store. But I guess like with anything, you know, the internet's going to run. Yeah, exactly. Amazon. Amazon's the biggest one because anything you can find at Toys R Us, you can find it on Amazon for probably 2/3 of the price.
Complete and utter bullshit, dude. Complete and utter bullshit. Because, like, so now the scalpers are going to fucking take over the fucking realm like they haven't done it enough already. The NES Mini, the fucking Super NES Mini, all that bullshit. About it the other day. A dude posted in one of our groups about, he's like, suck it, scalpers. I got my Super NES for $79.99 because GameStop hooked it up. So it's like, the stores. We need the stores to negate. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man. I don't know. It's sad, but it's just the way it's going. You know, if you don't have a good online presence, then you're not going to make it anymore. You know, look at stores like Walmart and Target. Kmart's gone, but you know, the main two really are Walmart and Target. They have good in-store presence, and they also have really good online presence, and they kind of mix the two. I don't really feel like Toys R Us ever really had that. It doesn't seem like. I mean, they have their online store, but
yeah,
you know, if you look at a lot of the stuff that let's say Target, for instance, the stuff that they do, you know, they have the app that when you're walking around the store, it's called Cartwheel. As you're walking around the store, you can scan items that you have in your cart, or as you're putting them in your cart, to see if there's specials and stuff on it. You know, they run a lot of these stores will run deals where, you know, hey, order it online, pick it up in the store the same day. I know Walmart's the big one. I think Walmart now, they actually have parking spots specifically for that, where, you know, you buy something online, you pull up, it's like a 5-minute parking while you go in, grab your shit, and you get out.
Shit.
Yeah.
Parking here in Jacksonville, North Carolina, doesn't matter. You could have the pregnant lady parking spot, or you could have a wounded warrior parking spot. Park in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
A cop doesn't have to enforce that. That's something the store put in place. You know what I mean?
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. The only thing they have to ticket is handicap spots. That's it.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
That, but
yeah, I'm just reading. I'm just reading a little bit more on this article on the Toys R Us thing.
Yeah. It's just sad to see them go, you know?
It is, man. It's like the last little bit. I mean, they did away with Saturday morning cartoons. It's gone. That was a big chunk of my childhood gone. Now Toys R Us, the last toy store, is closing. It's sad. So,
well, the whole realm of the internet, just sit here and put anything you want at your fingertips. If you can think it, type it in Google, and it's gonna give it to you.
Yeah, yeah.
So
we're all guilty of it. I do it. You know, I'll be laying in bed and I'll be like, damn, I wonder how much this is. And it'll be just something stupid. You know, it's something absolutely off the wall dumb. I get on Amazon and I look at it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, $8? Hell yeah, I'll buy it. You know, I get it. I get it free and free shipping. I get it in 2 days. Why not?
Get crazy ideas. You get crazy. You're like, oh, we're watching. So me and my family, we're starting this new thing. We have a list of 1980s movies, and we're bringing the drive-in back to the house. Back to the house.
Nice.
So yeah. So I have a projector. I put a projector out. I put the big screen out and all that stuff. I put the same thing I put the green screen on behind me. I just put a white screen on it, and I put it on the deck. And we watch movies. The first movie we watched was, 2 weeks ago? Right? And I have the yard speakers, so, like, you're getting the full effect. You're outside, they make popcorn, they get everything good. And, like, we had, like, 2 other families, but we had a packed full deck. And, you know, anything you want. I forgot where I was going with this because I've been drinking. So,
what movie did you watch?
I watched the Goonies, man.
Oh, Goonies. Okay. All right. Yeah. Nice.
So, to let you know, though, tomorrow night, I was planning the same thing. So, the movie for tomorrow night is The Explorers.
Yes. Great movie.
And people don't like, I'm sitting there talking about it at work. They're like, what's The Explorers? I'm like, it's freaking awesome. You know, like, it's a tilt-a-whirl, crazy program, puts a bubble around it, puts a trash can in the front. And a whole bunch of, are you looking it up right now?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who was in it.
So
there was a lot of people in that movie. I just watched it recently too. I think it may have been on Netflix or something.
Really?
Yeah.
I had to rent it.
I don't think it is anymore. Maybe I did rent it. I don't remember.
I have 23 days left. I rented it. We were supposed to do it last weekend, but just so much shit came up. I had an emergency over the weekend. with a fellow Marine, bring the show's tempo down, but like we had to do a whole bunch of connecting to make sure that things weren't happening that weren't supposed to be happening.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's right, dude. Ethan Hawke and River Phoenix. That's who it was. I knew I almost said River Phoenix too. Ethan Hawke and River Phoenix were on that, dude. It was badass. But you know what? I remember reading, because like anytime there again the internet, anytime I'm watching a movie, I'll pull up IMDb because I like reading like all the behind the scenes shit, you know, stuff that you didn't know about the movie. And that movie was actually never finished. Like it wasn't like the end of it. It was just like they never really finished the movie. See if I can.
But so there's just a whole bunch of movies like that I thought though, like I'm like sitting there thinking from my childhood, like I was like, what is that movie? I didn't even know what the name of the movie was. I couldn't remember it. That's how bad this was.
Yeah.
And I was like, they build a whole bunch of shit out of like junkyard stuff. And that's what I Googled. I Googled the like most randomest shit, like to find out what movie this was.
Mm-hmm.
And then
you could find
when it was the Explorers, I was like contraption made out of a tilt-a-whirl. Like
yeah.
Find out what movie it was. And it's like the Explorers, 1985 or whatever it was, 86.
Yeah, so check this out. This is what I was talking about. It says right here. It says the story goes that the studio executives who originally greenlit the film left Paramount Studios midway through production. Joe Dante was called in to show a progress report of the unfinished film. Wanting to put up something against Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, yeah, good luck there. The executives ordered the film to be released in its present form. Dante was unable to do any reshoots or pickup shots. So what we see is the unfinished version, giving us a glimpse at what the finished film was originally intended to be.
And the crazy part about this is this happened to so many films. So many films in the 80s.
Yeah. They'd be like, oh, well, we're done. We're just going to leave it. And oh, yeah, He-Man. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
He-Man. It came up to this, like, the last part of the film that they had for that movie is when Skeletor and He-Man, the sword hits and the staff hits, and there's sparks and all that shit because they were out of money.
Yep.
It's amazing. It's amazing that this stuff would come to this point in the way that we are now. Like they would never let a film be released unfinished.
Oh no, yeah, they would take 5 years to release a movie if that's what it took.
John Carter.
Yeah. It's. But you know what? And the funny thing is those movies, even though they're unfinished, they're cult classics essentially. You know.
Yeah.
Especially some of those.
Explorers, is it a cult classic?
What is?
Explorers, that's not a cult classic.
It I guess you could consider it. I mean, it's a very memorable movie. Like I remember the movie. You know.
You and I remember it. But like to the masses, now going beyond our realm of what we know and what we understand, they don't.
Well, that's kind of what makes it a cult classic, though, too. You know, you look at movies like, oh my God, the biggest one, speaking of Friday the 13th and Halloween, is Rocky Horror Picture Show. You know, that was, God.
I mean, never finished that movie.
Really? Oh my God, dude. I love that movie.
Not a fan, dude. Not a fan.
It's a terrible movie. Sorry. It really is, but it's just the whole. It's one of those movies you can't really sit down and watch by yourself. If you've got a group of people that know the movie and they're into it, dude, it's so much more fun. Not even that, but like it's just so much more fun. I mean, hell, dude, they still here in St. Louis on Halloween, they have a live showing of the movie, and everybody like you said, they dress up. And they do like all these interactions and stuff as the movie's going. You know, one part of the movie, Dr. Scott, the guy in the wheelchair, he's rolling down the ramps, and or they're like Dr. Scott, and everybody takes rolls of Scott towels and they throw them up in the air. You know, shit like that.
Yeah.
It's very interactive, but it's stuff like that.
Bounty
What's that?
to where we are right now. Bounty. This
Yeah,
is a
Bounty.
moment for a commercial.
You look like the fucking Bounty guy, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. you even got the hat and everything.
Actually said the same thing.
Yeah. But a lot of those movies that we remember, I mean, they were terrible movies if you go back and watch them now, but that's what makes them great, you know?
Yeah.
But some of them don't really hold up now. If you go back and watch them, you're like, God, that was kind of a bad movie, but it was just what you remember of it as a kid.
Well, and that's exactly what we talked about earlier this week. Child's Play. Like, and nobody even remembers Child's Play. Oh, they're like, Chucky this, Chucky.
Yeah. Yeah, the Bride of Chucky, the Cult of Chucky.
Chucky. Like all they remember is like Chucky in the fucking title. It's not Chucky. It was Child's Play.
Let's talk about that movie. Well, we can get into that later.
Okay.
We want to do a segment.
We have a lot of stuff to cover, and we don't want to be here for 3 hours.
Yeah, we might be, but whatever.
You never know. I might need another drink. Dana, if you're still watching, I might need another drink.
All right.
Well, child, I won't say that. Come make my drink, boy.
Did you ever play with the Tamagotchi when you were a kid? Were they really
refresh my memory?
The Tamagotchis were the little.
Text me that stuff, and I was like,
"Oh, you'll remember when I tell you what it is." They were little egg-shaped. I don't know. They were about the size of a chicken egg, I guess. They had a LED screen. It had an LED screen on it, and they were little animals. And when you get it, the animal hatches or whatever it is, and then you have to care for it. You have to sit there. You have to feed it. You have to do all this shit to try to keep it alive.
I never had one.
I didn't either.
I thought they were stupid.
Yeah, I didn't ever either. It was I think it was kind of pushing towards like the end of my generation and like more into my brothers. But I do remember kids at school having them, and they were kind of they were like the big thing. You know, they were like what Hatchimals are nowadays. You know, it's like just this huge thing. But they're coming back. They're bringing them back, and I kind of have mixed feelings about it. It's like they're bringing back this item that you could just as easily create an app on your phone, and there probably already are apps on your phone. So I don't think they're going to sell like they think they're going to sell, because why would I go and spend $20 on this thing in the store, the stupid little thing that I got to sit there when I've got, and I'm speaking like as a kid, you know, when I've got my phone in my hand most of the time, where I could probably pick it up as an app for $2 and get the same shit, you know, and then, you know, like you get an alert or something on your phone whenever, hey, my whatchamacallit's hungry, or it's got to go out and take a shit, or whatever it is, you know?
Yeah. I don't know, man. The only way they can sell this shit is it says, remember your youth.
Yeah.
Travel back in time. Like retro. Like that's what's gonna sell it. And it'll be us playing with it.
Right. It's not gonna be geared towards kids. It's not kids have no fucking clue what a Tamagotchi is. They have no idea. This was 20 years before their time.
Yeah, it took me a minute to understand what it was, because like honestly, like I wasn't even into it. Man, I was born in 1977.
Yeah.
I was born when this guy was murking motherfuckers.
Murking. You like that word. You use that word a lot.
Yeah.
Murking.
Yeah, he doesn't. Because Merk's a good dude.
Man, Merk. Poor Merk. I haven't talked to him in a while.
I talked to him the other day. Love him.
But they're bringing back a lot of that shit, though. What the hell was it I saw the other day? Furbies. Remember Furbies?
Yes.
Yeah, the little things that learn how to talk. They brought them back, and now they have like their eyes are all like colorized and they can actually like show emotion and all that stuff. It's really bizarre. But I don't think they're going to sell them.
Because they didn't have that technology back then. It was just a
yeah. They had it was like motorized. Yeah. Well, same thing with Teddy Ruxpin, dude. Teddy Ruxpin's come back too.
Yep.
That's another one.
I showed you that, didn't I?
Maybe that was you that sent that to me. Yeah.
His face did the same shit, but there was no tape deck anymore, obviously. And it hooked up to your iPhone.
Which is cool. I mean, that's a great idea. Connect it to your phone. Have that attachment to it so kids can understand it. God, I remember back in the day, dude, we used to take like Ozzy Osbourne and shit and pop them in Teddy Ruxpin, jam out to some Ozzy. It was awesome, dude. It was so badass. Teddy Ruxpin singing like "No More Tears."
Chuck E. Cheese robot dude talking.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's
sorry. Roxy's like very needy right now. She's been needy for the past few weeks.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, man, that's
where are we at right now? Where are we at?
What do you want to talk about, brother? We got lots we can talk about.
We had the list. Where are we at on the list?
I'm typing something. I'm very with it tonight, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Sorry, my kids. If you can hear it, my kids.
My shit kid, kid's freezing on Hayden. He stopped watching.
Did he?
So
okay.
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider? Yeah. Have you seen the new trailer for that?
I saw one of them. I don't know if a newer trailer has came out. You talking about the movie or the video game?
The new movie. The new movie.
The movie looks fucking awesome, and that chick
does look
is
awesome.
Oh my god. Finally.
Dude. Yeah.
Not Angelina Jolie. Like, let's put a fucking random in there that's unbelievably good for you.
It looks pretty badass, man. Looks like it's going to release in March of 2018. Who is the chick that's in there, though? Let's see.
I think, don't quote me. It's the same chick that does the video game shit.
Oh, dude, it's the chick from Ex Machina. Have you seen that movie? About the robot, the cyborg girl?
I don't think.
You may not have seen it. I don't know. Dude, it's a good movie. It's a really good movie. And like the guy, not the creator, but like some guy comes in and I don't know how to explain it, dude. I'm terrible with explaining movie synopsis. Basically, this guy falls in love with her, and she's a robot, and she kind of leads him on. Blah blah. I'm not gonna spoil it, but she was also.
I really cut my beard off.
What?
Yeah, no big deal.
With your hatchet?
Yeah.
You're so hardcore. She was on Jason Bourne too.
Yeah?
Yeah. She's been on a lot of shit. But yeah, dude, I totally recognize her from Ex Machina, dude. That's such a good movie.
Good.
What did you say you thought she was from?
Video game, the one that did the Mo not stop motion. The shit when you get in the suit and you got the bubbles on you and shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know. She's pretty young though, dude.
Yeah, but they're both English actresses.
Yeah. God, I saw that trailer though, man. Like I watched the first Tomb Raider and I played some of the games. They were okay. I remember watching the first movie and it was just kind of okay. But when I saw that, man,
I like
this movie looks. It's gonna blow it out of the water, dude. I hope it does well.
The two video games, the two newest video games, are the fucking shit.
When
The original,
the original one, yeah, was that that was PlayStation 1 or something, right?
yeah. So the original one had the pointy boobies and all that crap. That's why I stuck Angelina Jolie in there and gave her fake boobies.
Right. And then from there, they pretty much modeled Lara Croft in the video games around her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Until the new one, the new two, the two newest ones, the two newest video games that came out, Rise of the Tomb Raider and what's the other one?
When was the last? What are you doing?
Shaving my beard.
Oh my god, dude!
Keep him entertained.
You're about trying to cut your face off over there, dude. You need to mellow out, man.
Mellow out.
Mellow. Oh my god! How much have you had to drink?
Metal learn from me.
Oh, well, speaking of trailers, dude, have you seen the Last Jedi trailer?
Why, yes, I have, sir.
And what is your thoughts on it?
My thoughts. So the only thing I took away from that whole trailer that kind of was like questionable for me is when Rey says, fuck, what does she say exactly? She's talking to Kylo Ren. And she says some shit about, I just don't know my part in all this. And he's like, let me show you. And puts his hand out.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. What the fuck did Luke Skywalker fucking train her for? Kylo Ren. Or maybe it's a whole ploy thing. Who knows? We won't know until the shit's fucking out.
Yeah.
But that kind of pissed me off in the trailer.
It looks pretty badass, dude.
Yeah,
I think it looks
it does. It looks unbelievable, especially like Luke is training her on the island, and she's doing the whole fucking lightsaber shit, and she stops right before she hits the fucking rock or whatever, right? And then the ground cracks.
Mm-hmm.
And then Luke looks at it, and he's like, holy shit. That's the look he has on his face, is holy shit.
Yeah. He knows that she's the one. She's got the power.
Yeah, right?
God. Yeah, are you gonna pre-order tickets for it? Are you gonna go see an opening day?
Buying it.
Buying it?
Yeah.
Like the video when it comes out?
Go or whatever, Fandango Now. So like the day the movie releases in stores or whatever.
Yeah.
In the movie theaters, you can usually pre-order it online. So like I'll fucking order that shit on Fandango Now.
You're not gonna go see it in theaters?
Dude, here it's just it's such a fucking pain in the ass, dude.
Really? Why?
Like literally I live in not that big of a city, but like you think like this is a big city because of in this city. Where I live, but people who came from big cities and small cities and cities everywhere 4 years and be the biggest jackasses that they can possibly be in the 4 years that they're at this establishment in their hometown to be jackasses. That's the best way I can put it. Welcome to Camp Lejeune, North Carolina.
So isn't there another movie theater you can go watch it at somewhere else?
Dude, they travel to Kenston, they travel to Wilmington. They're like, I'm telling you, man. There's only a few places in the Marine Corps. So there's only 3 places in the Marine Corps the infantry can be. 3 units. 1, Hawaii. That's 3rd Marine Division. 2, Camp Pendleton, North Carolina. Camp Pendleton, fucking California. That is All right.
Yeah.
Then you have Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, home of the 2nd Marine Division, 1, 2, and 3. So, and there is currently, I don't know the numbers, but 100 and fuck, what was it? I don't know what our numbers are, but we've been all the way up to 160,000 Marines. Yeah. And the majority of those are infantry. So, like, in this little ass town in Podunk, North Carolina, we have a lot of fucking Marines. And I was one of them. And now I'm stuck here.
Now you're stuck there.
I was retired.
Well, that sucks, man, because I think I'm probably going to go and get the tickets for it. I want to see that shit in the theaters, man. That's what we did. I want to make it a tradition. That's what I did when the last one came out. Kept my kid home from school. Wife stayed home from work, and I stayed home from work, and we all went and watched it. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Hell yeah.
So I'll probably only do that for the actual Star Wars movies, not like the in-between ones.
I don't know. Han Solo is going to be the next in-between one.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just not the same. I don't think I'm excited for this one, but not near as excited as I was for the first one, because it was like, oh my God, dude! I just remember watching the trailer, and whenever Han Solo and Chewie got on board the Millennium Falcon, and he goes, "Chewie, we're home," man. It was just like almost brought me to fucking tears, because it was like my childhood is coming back. And
yeah, right.
Yeah, but on the other hand, I want to make those childhood memories for my son too, because it's the same thing that my dad did when I was a kid. I want to do that for my kid,
Dude, I get it, but I just don't know if it's gonna be the same, if it ever will be the same as what we had when we were kids, dude. Like,
I don't think it will.
That time has passed. That time has passed. Information is too abundant and at the fingertips of any man.
Well, and not only that, but like the toys and stuff we had. The toys that we had for the old Star Wars, man, these new ones are nothing like it. Because they're creating these newer toys to be collectibles. Like you have the Star Wars Black, the Black Edition or whatever it is, the Black Box Edition.
Black with the red inside, yeah.
Yeah, those things are, they're designed to be collectibles. Shit, when we were kids and we got the toys, we had no idea what these things were going to be worth. They were toys. And we ripped the damn boxes open and we played with them like they were meant to. Same thing with G.I. Joe, same thing with Transformers.
Sorry, I'm beating up my table. I'm in my shop. You know what's going on.
Beating off on your table? Okay. But yeah, I think it's going to be good, man. December 15th is the release date, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be awesome. And then after, I was going to say, you're not going to go watch it, but once it comes out, we need to get your buddy back on.
I wasn't going to go watch it. I just got to figure out.
You have to. It's homework. It's part of the podcast. You have to go watch it so we can get your buddy on, and he can come out with us on the podcast and talk about it.
Yeah. Damn it. Fucking Scott. Know it all.
Because I'm really anxious to hear about what he has to say about it.
Yeah, because Snoke was in that preview as well.
Yep. Exactly.
Yes. So where are we at here now? We did the Star Wars The Last Jedi.
Yeah, let's talk about
Stranger Things.
Let's talk about what do I got in my background here? What Doom is coming to Nintendo Switch, and I was fucking stoked for that, dude.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, man. Doom, baby. Doom.
That is freaking Nazis killing Nazis.
Dude, that's Wolfenstein. Fuck off with that shit.
Yeah.
Which actually also, Wolfenstein is also coming to the Switch.
Yeah, damn right it is.
Yes, it is. Well, the new one that they're coming out with, and it's supposed to be really good.
Yeah. You shave this side. Hold on. You keep looking that up. I'm gonna shave. I'm gonna keep these guys.
I'm looking nothing up. I'm watching you cut your face off.
Hold on.
You're gonna wake up next morning and you're like, "What the fuck did I do last night?"
Shaved off long hairs of my fucking Joe Dirt beard.
Oh my god.
Keep them entertained, yo.
Yeah, keep them entertained. Holy
My
shit,
curly
dude.
keys. No, so yeah, Wolfenstein's coming out. Doom's coming out.
But dude, I am really excited, man. Doom is one of those games that I love. I love it, dude. When it came out, that was actually the first game that I ever actually pre-ordered. Well, it was only just came out last year. The new Doom for the Xbox. And it was the first one that I ever pre-ordered, man. It was awesome because when you pre-order that, I actually got the original Doom for my Xbox One as well.
Yeah.
And God, it's such a good game, dude. It's just totally different than anything else out there. I mean, it is straight up run and gun. Like all you do is shoot. And it's the way it's designed is really cool because they make it to where you can't just go and hide and sit there and shoot. You have to keep moving because you have to shoot guys to get ammo and to get life. And you will run out of ammo extremely quick unless you're killing guys. And the guns, they got a lot of the original guns on the new one. So the fact that it's coming to Switch, and I'm going to be able to take that in the crapper and play it in there with me, play it in there, or take it, on a road trip or something, dude. It just excites the shit out of me. Yeah. Although I'm wondering how they're going to do the multiplayer though, because I don't think the Switch is really perfected at all. Like I don't even think it's not even beta version to me, how they've got the multiplayer shit set up. Because they don't even have chat right now.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't have multiplayer without chat.
Like Nintendo can be leaps and bounds above any other console in certain areas, but then when it comes to multiplayer and chat aspects, they're like, here's the ball, let me drop that shit.
Right, yeah. Why would you release something like that without having all that shit figured out and have it perfected? So from what I hear, they're going to have an app that you download on your phone, and you'll use your phone for multiplayer chat, which is kind of dumb.
Yeah, you said that earlier. Seems ridiculous.
A lot of people are criticizing these games like Doom and Wolfenstein because they're not going to be released in 60 FPS, 60 frames per second. They're going to be like 30. Now, you're not dealing with a 4K capable gaming system. It's actually like 720. Well, I think it's close to 1080p when it's plugged into the TV, but when you're using the handheld, it's only 720. Why do you need that? I mean, why do you need high definition? The fucking screen's only like 9 inches, 10 inches, or whatever it is. I don't think it's enough that you're going to really notice it. But from what I've heard, some of those skeptics that saw the trailer for it or saw the gameplay were pretty impressed with it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. We got to find out what happens.
Did you ever play the original Doom?
Original Doom, yeah.
Yeah.
On computer.
Yeah, dude, it was good. For a day, man, it was like, oh my God, look at this 3D, it's graphics, high graphics.
Yeah. And
they released it for they had it on I think it was the N64, I think.
Yeah. There was the N64, sorry, I'm yawning. Yeah. There also was the what was it, that movie?
Oh, yeah, with The Rock. Yes.
Yeah. It was so awesome. Totally the best movie ever.
It was pretty good. God, now I gotta find that movie now and watch it.
Fucking choice The Rock ever made. All right?
That was a long time ago. What? Okay, I gotta look that up, see what year that was.
where I'm here for you, buddy. I'm gonna
That had to
say
be okay.
2004, 2005.
Oh yeah, 2005.
You, dude, all week long.
Wow. I thought it was earlier than that, dude. I was gonna say like 2001, 2002.
Wrestling then, dude.
Well, yeah, that's true. That I wonder. That was probably like one of his first movies, though, wasn't it?
It probably was, yeah. Yep. Yep.
Dwayne Johnson is Sarge.
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 Yeah, that crazy like reload scene or whatever, like point of aim, fucking like deal with the camera in that movie.
Yeah, like the FPS, like first person shooter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, that was awesome. I gotta go back and watch that movie now, man. I gotta show that to my kid for sure.
The aspect of the game that was brought to that movie.
Yeah.
Person shooter aspect.
Dude, no, The Rock has been on a lot of shit before that even.
Yeah, but nothing really worthwhile.
Well, he was on The Scorpion King. That was 2001.
Before that?
Yeah, that was 2001. Yeah. Walking Tall in 04, and then Doom in 05. So I would say it was one of his first big movies.
Walking Tall?
Well, Doom. No, that's what I'm saying. Doom was like one of his first.
Dude, Doom is looked at as Doom is looked at as one of the worst movies ever made, man.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Maybe it was. I saw it. It's been a long time since I've seen it, though. Maybe it's one of those movies where it was cool at the time, and now you look back, you're like, "Ah, what a piece of shit," you know?
It is.
God, these earbuds are driving me freaking crazy, man. They're killing my ears.
What happened to your fucking big headphones you had there, Pally?
I don't know, man. They don't work right on my PC. And I lost
so did we get into the Stranger Things too? Did we get into that?
No, not yet, man. Did you watch the first season?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember how it left. I need to go back and rewatch it because I'm.
Well, the way it ended. Well, they killed the Gorgonot or whatever the hell it was called, or they didn't kill it. Well, right. 11, if you remember right, 11 spoilers, sacrificed herself to send the Gorgonot or whatever the hell it was called back to the Upside Down. So, like, it ends, like, you don't know if she's living or dead, but then at the very end,
right.
You see the police officer guy, forgot his name, putting these Eggos out, like, on this log. So then you kind of assume that she's still alive. And then Mikey or whatever the little kid's name is, remember you see him, his like nose starts bleeding or something, or he's like spitting up blood or something in the sink.
Watch it again. Yeah, it's still on Netflix. So.
Oh god, yeah, it's always on Netflix.
Yeah, but Supernatural started back up too.
Lame.
You can say I'm gay all you want, dude. I don't care, man.
You just like looking at what's his name's butt, don't you?
Who?
You do. I don't know. The one guy, the brother.
They're both brothers.
I don't know who the fuck. I don't watch the fucking show. I don't know what I'm talking about here.
You need to watch it, dude. Stop being a dick.
My wife watches it.
Your wife's cool.
Yeah, she's lame.
No, she's cool. Take
Chick
it back.
flick.
That's it. Hold on. I'm gonna friend her now, just so she and I can talk shit about you.
David watches Supernatural right after Gilmore Girls is over.
No.
Yeah, you do. You like the fucking Gilmore Girls.
Maybe. Roxy, what are you doing?
No, that's one of those shows I don't know. I watched a couple episodes. It was decent. I just didn't watch enough of it to get into it, you know.
So where are we at now? So just a couple things. There's some good deals going on right now on Fandango Now. Yeah, FandangoNow.com. If you
Not an
go
official
there,
sponsor of Masters of the Retroverse podcast.
okay, yeah, not an official sponsor. But the point being is if you go there today and today only of the Friday the 13th movies for $17.99. Unbelievable.
All of them?
Go on.
Wow, that's a great deal.
They need to sponsor us now.
They should sponsor us. Hit them up.
Yep.
All 3 of our listeners, I'm sure, will subscribe.
Right? There's that. And then, like, hey, what are we watching on Netflix right now?
All right.
What are you watching on Netflix?
Well, let's get into that, man. I've got some great stuff I've been watching. There's a movie called What Happened to Monday. Have you watched that yet?
No, but I did see it in my feed.
Dude,
and I thought about watching.
Watch it. It's really good. Really good.
There's they're like jumping. He's like jumping over a rooftop or something. Is that the right one?
Probably. Yeah, at some point I think somebody did. Yeah. Or yeah. So basically it boils down to it's like a dystopian future. The world is overpopulated. So what they did was they made a law to where there can be no siblings. Any siblings that are found will be basically cryogenic, put in like a cryogenic sleep. And they do that until the population can get under control, and then they're supposed to, wake them up or whatever, however long that may be. So there was a septuplets, I guess. Does that be right? Seven twins. And this guy, through all the years of their childhood and everything, has basically kept them not really in hiding, but what he's done is, since there's 7 of them, he named them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And each one of them gets to go out into the world on the day that they were named after. So it just kind of, that's kind of the whole plot line right there. And I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give it away. Let's just say somebody starts catching on to what's going on, and it just kind of escalates from there. It's really good, though. Like, there's tons of twists at the end. It's good. You got to check it out.
It's in what? Its first season? Or
it's a movie. Yeah, it's like a hour-and-a-half long movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not a series or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a good one.
So the movie that...
What are you watching?
So I've been watching a few things. So how many more do you got?
Oh, I can go on and on about my list. I got all kinds of shit I'm watching, but you go ahead.
Well, I always watch Supernatural because I like Dean's butt, obviously. That's what he says.
Yeah.
I don't like Dean's butt. Anyways, so but now the shit we've been watching, like me and my wife are really into, has nothing to do with retro, has nothing to do with sci-fi, has everything to do with
gay porn.
Kind of how I came up in the world and how I the people I grew up around with. And it's a little show that's now in its 7th season. It's called Shameless.
I've heard of it.
Oh my gosh, it's all about like the ghetto and
yeah, that sounds like something right up your alley, buddy.
So like don't let your kids watch this movie or this show. Drugs, violence, alcohol, everything, like barflies, like fraud, waste, and abuse to its fullest, scamming the system. Like it actually was a lot of stupid shit I did when we were younger. My wife, I knew a lot of people that were like this. And Shameless, it's actually a good show to sit down and watch. Don't watch it around the kids.
Not kid friendly, huh? At all.
Not kid friendly.
And a lot of the shows aren't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then there was a few things released today on Netflix.
Yeah, what was that?
So The Babysitter. We need to watch that. You seen the preview?
Ooh, yeah. Is it out? That's out today? Ooh, that looks good.
Yeah, it's out today. It's a movie.
Yeah.
It's not a show. I think it's just a movie. I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is, yeah.
And then I know there's some people that aren't a fan Voltron, but I like the new Voltron. I like it. I think
you had posted about that on Facebook earlier, or you had posted about it season 4 coming out. I didn't realize it was already into season 4. Holy crap, dude.
Yeah.
But I know with Netflix a lot of their seasons are shorter too though.
Well, yeah, it's still 12 episodes or whatever. A lot of stuff on Netflix is 12 episodes, give or take.
Yeah.
Minus the big shows that come from like Showtime and HBO and shit like that.
Yeah, but their seasons don't, it's not like yearly. Like they'll do 2 seasons in one calendar year. Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
I know it hadn't been around for 4 years because it was like just I think last year that I was talking about it on either this show or one of my other shows. You know, about it coming out and the statue in downtown St. Louis and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yep. We actually like it's been doing great, man. Yeah, I know it's not the show from the 80s, and I get it. It's not the show from 1984. It's not going to be the show from 1984, and if you're going into it thinking that it's going to be that show, it's not going to be because they need to reinvent it. They need to make it like, because originally they took the original Voltron from some vulgar ass shit of it, but you didn't know that they only took 30 minutes from the episode that was actually an hour and a half long, and it was filled with blood, guts, fucking sex, violence, rock and roll, drugs, like, and then they dubbed over in English. It was kid friendly in 1984. Google it, Wikipedia it. So the original show was derived from another show and became Voltron in the United States in 1984. Japanese. But I don't know. The new Voltron's good. You need to give it its credit. An artist now, voiced over by American people, and their storylines are actually quite good. And you can still have your kids sit there and watch it. And yes, it's a little violent.
I need to go back and watch it because I think I watched a couple episodes of it when it came back out on Netflix. But it was just one of those things I never continued watching it.
Yeah, because the first season sucked, dude. The first season they were trying to get their feet wet and understand the whole process. Yeah. So now the second season, the end of the second season, they really figured out their groove. I'm pretty sure they understood their storyline before they were done with the second season. But when they came into the third season, it's like, bam, they were hitting on all 4 cylinders, and I was like, I bought the fucking toys. You know? I bought the toys because, like, in my mind, I feel like they were coming up. Because Target still has a section dedicated to Voltron. So you think what you want to think, your opinion, you're welcome to it. But it's a good show.
Yep. Speaking of retro, there's another show that I'm watching. It's actually on Amazon. It's called Video Game Years.
Yeah, you said something about that.
Dude, it's really cool. Anybody that has Amazon, make sure you go check it out. It's basically a lot of our YouTuber friends, Pat Contry and Ian from Completely Unnecessary podcast. Pixel Dan is on the show. Tons and tons of different YouTubers. It's really cool. And what they do is they go They start from 1980, and each season is, well, I think it's nine episodes long, and they go year by year. So each episode is another year, and they go through the entire history of like video games, what games were released that year, all the like the oddball stuff that that was released. It's really cool to check out. So if you're really into retro video games and you have Amazon, make sure you go check it out because it helps support some of our fellow YouTubers too. It's really cool.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, I'm only about 3 episodes in because it's one of those shows I'll lay down at night, when I'm just laying in bed and something, I'll turn it on and watch an episode. So I haven't quite got to the Nintendo era, and I'm really excited once the Nintendo era hits, like 1985, because I want to see what they have to
start
say.
out in 68 or whatever?
Huh?
Did it start out in 68 or 67? Whatever it was, with that big thing looked like a mainframe, and it was pretty much, it wasn't even Pong. It was like a white line, and it was like bouncing.
Like a radar. Looked like a radar screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
No, they started 1980, so a lot of what they're talking about now is like the Atari and the Coleco and all that crap. Yeah. Stuff that was a little bit before my time. I mean, like I remember I had an Atari. I played Atari. In fact, my dad called me the other day. He's like, "Hey," he goes, we were digging through the basement, and I came across your old Atari. Do you want it?" I'm like, I don't really care about it. I
would love it.
It's really not my thing. I mean, I played it, and there were some cool games on there. Yeah. But I'm like, I don't really know if I'm interested in filling up another spot in my video game entertainment system that I got set up.
Yeah,
for that.
Come on, man. You knew through those pages of the Game Informer, early 90s. You were like, you could win this. This is massive. Boob television, and then it had like 2 big speakers stacked next to it.
Yeah. A giant 36-inch screen TV. Holy cow, that thing's enormous. 36 inches, that's unheard of.
And it had like every sitting next to it, and you're like, I fucking want this. Let me fill it out.
Oh my
Next
god,
thing
dude.
You like Publishers Clearinghouse fucking sweepstakes shit in the mail. You're like, I am 12 years old.
Dude, when I got my first TV in my bedroom, it was my dad's old Zenith that was in the living room, and they upgraded to something newer that was like 3 inches bigger. So I got the old TV, and that thing was, God, dude, I seriously had that fucking thing until I was like about 22 years old. Like, no shit. This fucking thing still worked. But it had the thing where you turn it on, you had to like pull the volume knob out to turn it on.
Yeah.
And half the time it didn't work, so you'd have to sit there and like pull it in, push it in, pull it out, push it in, pull it out, push it in. You had to sit there going in and out really fast until it kicked on,
Was yours color?
Yeah, it was color. Yeah, oh yeah.
I am totally jealous. Mine was a black and white TV bought at Target or Shopco. It was a black TV. And the plastic band that went around the outside of the TV was actually white.
Yeah.
It was you pulled it out and you could turn the volume up and down. And then I had the 2 knobs or whatever and a little speaker on the bottom. But I still remember I saw on that TV. It was an episode of this. It was one of the first episodes.
Of what? I didn't catch you. You're breaking up.
Simpsons.
Oh, The Simpsons. Oh, nice. Yeah. So then, first time you saw them in color, you're like, they're yellow?
Yeah, right. We watched the new episodes. We get to watch them on TV. And what else was it? A little screwdriver. Unscrew those 2 little screws in the back. slide your little teeth underneath it that went between and cable or whatever. And
Yep.
cable was your Atari or whatever. Remember that?
Yep. Yep. Oh yeah.
Some tinfoil around the fucking antennas.
Oh hell yeah, brother. Yep. I remember my thing
Yeah.
at night, dude, when I was a kid, because I'd lay there, and that's what got me started. Like I still to this day, I have to fall asleep with the TV on, and that's where it all started. Because when I was a kid, I say kid, I mean by the time I got a TV, I was like 10 or 11 years old when I had one in my room.
Yeah. Same
But
here.
I would every night, dude. The two things that I would watch was In Living Color, and then remember that In Living Color and Star Trek: The Next Generation, dude. And I usually fell asleep watching that. And
Yeah.
and every night, you know, my dad would have to come in after, you know, he'd come in about 10 o'clock or so and turn my TV off.
Yeah, before he went to bed.
Yep. Oh God, In Living Color was the shit, dude. That show is still fucking hilarious.
I don't know. I had a crush on a fly girl.
Oh,
Lisa.
Okay. I was gonna say, was it Jennifer Lopez?
That was Lisa.
Yeah, the only white girl, the only white fly girl.
That girl was like 92, 93.
Oh,
yeah. Well, I don't know, man. Good time though. It's a good time.
Good times, good times.
I think we're about rounding it out here, huh?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think we're about done. Let's wrap up the show with let's talk about what we're playing.
All right.
Games. Because
well, you're playing because I can't download it yet.
You never did get it downloaded?
No, I'm waiting for it to still download, dude.
It's still fucking downloading, dude.
Yeah.
Did you try doing a hard reset on your Xbox?
I did it right before I came in here. So I don't know where we're at.
Damn. Oh God.
Sorry, buddy.
All right. Well, I kind of gave up, as you guys heard a couple episodes ago. I gave up on 7 days because I'm fucking done with it. I'm done with the glitches. I'm done with everything. I'm over it. So you and I started playing, going back. We're like, let's find something cool. You know, we really couldn't find anything really good. We looked at some of the newer games coming out, like Fortnite, and there was that other zombie game. I don't remember what it was called. What is it? Killing Floor.
Killing Floor.
Killing Floor 2, yeah. Yeah, we looked at that one. It's just like, you know, it didn't have really good reviews and shit. So we're like, well, let's dig back into our archive and see what we could find. So we started playing Dead Island, which is still an awesome game. I love that game. Which is nice, too, because you already beat both of them. So it's kind of like cakewalk for me.
Yeah.
I just follow you and hit a few zombies. And when it gets too bad, I run and hide and just let you fucking take care of them.
A merc motherfuckers.
Yeah, but it's still a game that I recommend. You know, if you're looking for a good zombie game, it's really cool, man. I love the aspect of building your weapons, getting the resources and getting the blueprints and all that stuff, and just building all these crazy weapons, you know. And then it's kind of fun to show them off too, because you know you'll get something, you'll be like, check that out. I'll be like, holy fuck, you know, how'd you get that? And I'll get something, you'll say the same thing, and it's like. But every weapon's different too, because you can have one blueprint, but you can use like 5 different weapons with that blueprint and still come up with something badass that, you know, the other guy doesn't have, you know.
Yep.
So still a cool game. The one I was actually I found it yesterday that you and I are going to start playing if it ever downloads. It's called How to Survive 2. And it's really cool, man. It's a zombie game. It's kind of I don't even know how you'd explain it. It's like a mix between like 7 Days to Die and like Fallout style, and it reminds me a lot of that game, that Last Day on Earth game that your buddy had recommended. Only like way better, because there is a lot of crafting in it. The zombies aren't like stupid hard to kill, the ones that I've come across yet.
So far, I was watching some video on it earlier, and there's some big fat ones that blow up like 7 Days and Dead Island. So I think they're gonna stick with the same style of zombies that get thrown at us. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some fast ones,
Yeah.
Big
But a lot of
ones.
it, but there's the cool thing about it from what I've played of it is there's two ways you can level up. So like you get experience points and you can use those points to level up. You can either level up
Right.
your character or you can level up your camp. The more you level up your camp, the more durable it is. You can build traps, you can build buildings and all this other crap. But the more
when
you
it comes
build
to mission.
Right, but the more you build up on your camp, the more the zombies are going to come and attack the camp. So you got to go do the missions, you got to get the resources, but you also have to defend your camp. A lot like 7 Days to Die.
Well,
so I don't think it's going to be anything too much new for us.
They won't let you do certain missions until your camp is a certain mission and your player's until your camp is a certain level and then your player is a certain level. It's going to keep doing this fact, and you're going to have to keep it. You're going to have, like, I know you want to like spend your XP on like scavenging or insert whatever, because it's a very system, almost like 7 Days, that you can allocate XP to, but it's like you always need to keep a surplus of XP to make sure that you can upgrade your camp and your player to make sure that you can go on to the next mission.
But one thing about that is, from what I read on the explanation of the game as you're playing it, it kind of tells you this and that about the game. From what I gathered, when you die, any of the XP that you haven't spent goes away.
Gone.
Yep. So it's kind of like in 7 Days, you lose your bag, you lose all your shit if you die.
Yeah.
So that makes it a little bit of a challenge. The only thing I don't like about it is the controls. The controls have been a little difficult for me to get used to, but it's like an overhead kind of angled game. It's not like an overhead game, but it's like a third person.
Golden Axe.
Yeah, kind of like that. Where it's basically you're just using the left toggle, and you're going that way. The right one is only for like aiming your gun and shit like that when you get one. Dude, the guy that I just basically just ended up on the server.
You flip-flop them?
And there was this guy on there, and he was apparently like a guru at it, and it was awesome to have him helping me out, because this guy he had a crazy fucking outfit on. He had like this cool ass mask and this helmet. Dude had like a turtle shell, like a big ass spiked turtle shell on his back. He had a giant fucking sniper rifle with a damn silencer on it. He would just walk around, just pop, 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 killing them left and right. But it was cool because I'm like, dude, I don't know what to do. I've got all the resources now. I need to build a trunk, because that's like the first thing you do. You build a trunk. So he helped me through like building the trunk. And I'm like, okay, now how the hell do I set the trunk down? And he's like, here, I'll show you the best spot to set up your camp. So he took me over there and he showed me. He said, set it up here. I set it there. He said, all right, now let's go get you some resources. Let's go get you some shit, Yeah. So it was really cool to have that guy helping me out. And I told him, I said, hey, man, I'm like, I got to hop off here tonight, but my buddy's going to be on. He's going to be getting the game. We're going to be needing help together. Would you mind helping us out? He's like, hell yeah, man. Just let me know when you guys are on. I'll come on and help you out. So really cool.
Okay.
So shout out to him.
Did you friend him?
Yeah. I don't remember what his gamer tag is, but definitely shout out to him. Oh, show. So.
All right.
Yeah, man. Well, you got any shout outs or anything you want to throw out there before you end it?
I think I'm good right now.
Yeah, I think I'm good too. We talked about the high voltage.
Yuku.
What?
Everybody from the Facebook group. Yuku.
Yeah. Facebook group. Yeah. Facebook group. Go check us out go check out our Facebook page. Just search Masters of the Retroverse. You'll find us. If you're listening to the audio podcast, make sure you go check out our YouTube channel, where you can see David's bitchin' hipster outfit with Camp Crystal Lake. And
hold on, let's turn it back into a hipster. Hold on.
Okay, turn it back into hipster.
Now we gotta get the
Yeah, pull it down, pull it back. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Here, I'll do that with mine too. Here we go. How's that?
Yeah, dude. Where's your vape at?
Yeah, fuck you. Oh god. Fucking hipsters.
Fucking hipsters.
Fucking hipsters. All right, well, go check out all the shows over at High Voltage Radio Network. Check them out. Awesome shows. There's even some on there that aren't really they're not doing current shows anymore, but go check them out. One of those, David, I'd highly recommend you check these guys out if you haven't listened to them yet. It's called Bayside High and Drunk. These guys are fucking hilarious, man. And they're not doing the show anymore, but when they were doing it, it was amazing. They basically one drinks, the other's a pot smoker, and they basically sit down and they review episodes of Say by the Bell. And it's awesome. So falls right in line there with the whole retroverse thing. You got to check it out.
That's awesome.
But that's it. Yeah. There again, sorry we haven't recorded in a little while. We're gonna be more current on it now. We just had stuff going on in our lives, and that's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
So you can find me on Xbox. I am X Badwolf 79X, and you are.
I am Turmoil, spelled TEIL 7 on Xbox. Or actually, sorry, 77. Just 77 on Xbox. And then PS4, it's 1977. The same thing to begin with.
There you go. And as for us, we are out of here. We will see you guys next time.
It was good having you. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next week.
Hope to see you again
On a brand new episode of
Masters of the Retro.